Hello everyone, you guys are welcome back. In today's class, I'm going to show us how to cut this trendy you can call it BUBU with shoulder pleating, and it's going to have this drawstring by the side. So this is a Mikado silk fabric. I'm making use of 2.5 2.5 yards. So what I want to do here, what I'm doing here right now, I'm folding both the front and the back together, and it's not going to have joining at the shoulder part. So this is the length. I'm cutting for length 40. I think 40. Yeah, you're going to make it 42 because of the folding at the down part. So this is it. Just fold it equally. You're going to make them equal with the front and the back. So this is the neckline. I'm using 4 inches. I don't want it to be too wide. Then the front, I'm going to make use of 2 inches. I'm going to make use of 2 inches. So when it's going to have an overall collar. So when I'm cutting the collar, that means I'm going to make it 2.5 inches so that it will return back the measurement. So when you want to have that shoulder pleating, you need to mark your shoulder area. You need to mark your shoulder area so that you know where to pleat. So meanwhile, depending on how big you want it, but it shouldn't be too small and it shouldn't be too big. So I think I'm pleating 3 inches. I'm going to pleat 3 inches. I'm going to pleat 3 inches. Let me look for a way to make it easier. So this one will mark now. This neckline will mark now. We are not going to cut it yet. So now this is what I'm going to do. From this measurement now is from the shoulder together with the slip measurement, which is 21 inches. We are going to, it's going to have 3 inches pleat on the shoulder. So I'm going to add that 3 inches here. I'm going to add that 3 inches. Then you add your 2 inches folding allowance. Yeah, from the mid part of your neck, you're going to place your tape there, measure through your shoulder and where you want the slip to stop. So then you add 3 inches. That is going to serve for the pleating. Then these 2 inches for hemming allowance. I hope it's clear. So from that round sleeve, depending on how wide you want it, you can use 10 or 12 probably. So here I'm using 12 inches. I'm using 12 inches. So it's a free dress. So from that round sleeve, you can just come in with about 2 or 3 inches. Just come in with 3 inches. You connect to that place, then you go down straight. Just go down straight from there. So you're just going to cut it. You're going to cut out. So that is the front and the back. It doesn't mean if you still want the shoulder to have joining, there's no problem. It can still have the joining depending on the size of fabric you're using and depending on whichever way you want to fold your own. So now I'm not going to cut this front part yet. I need to just open it. You are going to open it like this. You're going to open it all through so that we're able to know where we'll locate our pleating, that 3 inches pleating. So now you know this is the front. Definitely that is going to be the front. So the back neck is not going to be too deep. The back neck is not going to be too deep, so you can just go down with about 1 inch, then you just connect it. We are doing it this way because the shoulder is not having joining. I didn't mean the shoulder is having joining. We would have cut out the neckline from the beginning, so we won't really be doing this one to cut the neckline, but because the shoulder is not having joining, that's why we're doing it this way. So at the end of everything, we are still going to arrive at the same place. So. But I feel this one is much easier. Don't know about you. So now you are just going to let me do the pleating before I cut out the neckline so that it will be much easier. So now whatever you are pleating, make sure it's exactly on your shoulder, or it should just drop a bit on your shoulder, but not to drop. It should be exactly on your shoulder. That is when the fitting will come out. Just something like this. You know, we left out 3 inches, so you are going to fold 3 inches like this. Take your measurement from the center of the neckline and make sure it's on your shoulder. It's on your it's equal with your shoulder measurement. If it's falling from the shoulder, it won't be nice, and if it's not if it's not staying on that shoulder, it might not really come out nice either. So it has to be on your shoulder. So just measure from that neckline, that's the midpoint, and make sure you're having your shoulder measurement there. So this pleating, meanwhile, this pleating is not going to go all through to the full length, so it's going to stop around 16 inches here. I'm going to stop around 16 inches. Both on the front and at the back, so both at the front and at the back, so it's going to be 16 inches. So you do the same thing on the other side. Meanwhile, this same style, if you want this pleating to go down, you can equally just go down. You can as well just go down all through. You can pleat it all through to the full length measurement, but this one is not going to go down, so I'm stopping around 16 inches. If you like, you can go above that. Then if you like, you might just stop somewhere around 12 or 13 inches. So meanwhile, this pleating here, the ways in which you can tag it, if you like, you can sew it all through. Then if you like, you can just tag. Same thing, 16 inches. 16 inches. So just like I said, you know, it's going to be like this. If you like, you can just tag. You tag, or you're going to sew it all through. Whichever one that is easy for you. You can go with it. So now I'm going to cut out the neckline. So if you want that overall collar at the front, if you want it to be wider, so that means this neckline where I measured 2 inches can be 3. Then you should know that when you're cutting that collar, you're going to cut about 4 inches so that to be able to fit in that place. So now you are going to take to the machine, just like I explained. You can sew it all through. or you probably just tag so that the threading will not be showing all through. So just take it to your machine and do the needful. If you're tagging, that means you're tagging on the main shoulder, then front and back, so that it's not open. So that's that. I've already tagged mine. I didn't sew it all through. Look at it. Look at where I just tagged. So now you are going to do your hemming. After that tagging, you are going to do your hemming. Then after the hemming, you just sew with 1 inch by the side. You do the same thing on the other side. So I've done that. So now you're going to fold into 2, get the center point, then you take the round measurement, the round neck measurement all through. Round neck measurement all through. So after that, you're going to cut 5 inches here. You fold into 2 is going to give you 2.5. And mind you, we cut out 2 inches the other time, so now we're having 2.5 here. So by the time you join, you sew with ½ inch, it's going to fall back to that 2 inches. So one of these will not be enough, so I'm going to join them together. Then get my desired length. So I will take it to machine and join it here together. So this is it. I've already joined and iron it. So just place it at the center that you notched the other time. Then you sew from left and then you sew from right. So this is it. You can see that our dress is almost ready. So this is how deep I want the neck. Just mark it where you'll be able to sew it. So now just take to your machine and sew it as tiny as possible, but make sure you're not skipping anyone, but you're going to sew it as tiny as possible. Then you stop. You're going to leave about 6 inches for opening at the down part, 6 inches slit. So this is it. You're going to take your time and iron it. Then you hem the down part. So this the side of the dress is going to have this drawstring, so you can just cut the rope of about 15 inches long. We need 4 of it. 15 inches length is okay, so that it won't be too long. So just do your normal folding like this. You do the 4 of them, or you just sew it and turn it inside out. So now just have about 4 inches wide here, then the length maybe 8 or 10 inches. This one doesn't really have any fixed measurement depending on how long you want it. So just do your normal foldings like this. Do the same thing on the other side. So now you take it to your machine. That is the 2-side joining. You're going to place, just make sure when you're placing it, it's not going to come out from the down part, and it won't be too up, so just make sure they are moderate. So place it like this, let it face down. Let it face down like that. So put one of your rope on the first edge and you put it on the other edge, something like this. something like this. So you make sure this one is facing down. So now you are going to sew. You're going to sew on the center, that is the midpoint. You know, one rope is going to be on one side and the other one will be on the other side. So now just place this one underneath, then you're going to sew from this side and you sew from the other side too. If you don't want to do this folding, you can just, after getting about 4 inches, you can just weave it round. So it's still the same thing. You can just do your normal weaving round, still the same thing. But this your sewing is still going to be the same way. So that's that. It's as simple as that. So whatever you are doing here is what you are doing on the other side. And you now draw it. You draw it and you tie it. Do the same thing on that side and our dress is ready. Thank you guys for watching. Please don't forget to share and subscribe.